Hey, fifth grade, ready for your week 8 art project? This is going to be the beginning of your fall semester unit, excuse me, which is going to have to do with showing emotions. In particular, a emotion we'll get to in art, in helping reach out to our community in expressing our feelings of hope and love for people through their art, or through our art. So you are going to be working with the project or the feeling of hope. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about emotions and art. Art and emotions have always gone together, always. Artists have shown all kinds of emotion in art. On the far left, you see a artwork called Sob by David Alfaro Siqueiros, and you don't even have to see the woman's face. You know that she's upset. You know that she's sad. In the middle, you have one that's probably pretty familiar, you may have seen before, called The Scream by Edward Munch. And this one at the end is the Portrait of Dr. Gaucher by Vincent van Gogh. Again, not exactly the most cheerful one. Does he look like he's happy? Does he look like he's excited? Not particularly. These are some of the emotions that are sad or fearful or depressed. They can almost be easier to show in art than some of the happier ones. But we've got plenty of good examples of happy emotions too. The Power of Hope on the far left by Kelly Simpsons. Do you see the difference already in these pictures? There's a lot more color. There's a lot more happy color, vibrant colors. Hope Floats by Laurie Denis in the middle, or Hope by Edward Burns Jones. Does anybody see anything that kind of ties these three together? I don't know if my mouse here is helping anybody look at stuff. I'll give you a moment to look at it. And then let's look back at this one. And then we look at these. What I notice in these pictures that are sad or scared or depressed, everyone's looking down. They're looking down off to the side. And the ones that talk about hope, they're all looking up. Or the artwork is moving up. The artwork shows a lot of, well, just looking up. It's actually, and it's really something that we as humans recognize. If someone's looking down, something like that, they're probably not happy. But if someone's looking up and smiling or just looking towards the sky, they're looking towards good things. They're looking towards positive things. So that's one of the things I noticed. And I'm going to show you some more recent examples. A lot of these are murals across the world. This is the St. Lawrence mural in Toronto, Canada. It was done about 5 years ago, and it's done by the two girls that you see in the picture there. I think it's Elisa Monreal and Julianne Paraquet, and that is in their neighborhood. They did this with their basketball court area. Then we've got Hope by Lapo Fatai in Italy, done this year. We've got an unknown street artist who would put up these paintings in England. It's called We're All in This Together. These are some of the more recent and just, uplifting kind of artworks that I wanted to show you guys. And we are going to focus on a particular artist for this project. We're going to be looking at someone called Romero Brito. Romero Brito was born in Brazil, although he now lives in Miami. He was born to a very large family and is a self-taught artist, which means he didn't immediately go to school for it. He may have had art in school, but a self-taught artist means that he's someone who explored his style on his own. He is known for using bright and optimistic shapes and colors in his artwork. He is an activist for several charities around the world, and he believes that artists can be agents of positive change in the world. So one of the reasons why we're doing this project is, and I'm so proud of her for this, one of your classmates actually reached out to me and she asked me if we could do something. This was not the original project I had for you guys for the fall semester, but Evie Shepis sent me an email and she said, I was so touched and moved by the people by the speaker who came to talk to you guys about the immigrants. She asked me if we could do something about it. And I'm going to let you hear from her.
Hi, I'm Evie Shepis. A couple weeks ago, we had a lady come talk to us about refugees in detention centers. I thought we could do an art project where we all send in artwork and put a smile on their face.
So when Evie asked me if we could do something about that, if we could offer them artwork from ourselves to them to make them feel better, these people who have come to America who may not have anything at all, I was touched. I thought, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yes, we're going to have to do something like that. So I talked to the 5th grade teachers and they said yes, because this is a actual chance for you guys to make a change with people. There's a saying out there that says, be the change you want to see in the world. And this is a way to do it. Imagine that you had to move, that you had to go somewhere and you didn't get to keep any of your things, that you had to escape. Maybe it's because you lived in California and the wildfires got to your family and your house, or maybe it's because you're from another country and you're trying to escape, like the student that I heard the speaker talk about. Maybe you just got to get away from something and you wouldn't have anything. But then someone else, someone who knows that you've come here, reaches out and says, look, I made this for you. I want you to feel happy. This artwork makes me happy. I want it to make you feel happy. I think that is awesome. And I know that you guys can do stuff like this. So we're going to take our time with it. And we're going to make a couple of rough drafts on our artwork. But we're going to make something that we can send to the speaker from the immigration center that you heard from, and I want to be able to send off artwork to the immigrants and to the people who have come in. So first we're going to go back and we're going to look at our artists so you can get a little idea of what we're going to be looking for. So you can see there's an actual photo of Romero Brito on the side, but then that's his self-portrait that he did. But let's look at some of his artwork. We've got A New Day. Again, he does bright colors. He uses a lot of patterns and just easy shapes. This one is From Me. That's the title of it. It's not actually from me. I didn't do it. But this is really easy. I mean, look, you've got a hand holding flowers. And he's divided these flowers and some things up. But again, these are easy patterns. I know you guys can do things like this. We've got a title, or we've got an artwork titled Big Heart. It's 2 people reaching across to hold hands across a heart. And then we've got Children of the World. 2 kids sitting holding the earth. This is the kind of bright colors and easy drawings and things that I want you guys to start thinking about. But today, you are not going to be starting an actual artwork. I want you to stop and I want you to think about his artwork, and I want you to think about some other things too. In the Google document that's on your assignment, I want you to write, 6 things total for me. I want you to write 3 things that you've noticed about Romero Brito's artwork. So you can write 1, 2, 3. 1, I noticed. 2, I noticed. 3, I noticed. 2 things you felt when you looked at any of the artwork today. That includes some of the pictures in the beginning. If some of those really struck you, you can write down that I was really, I felt really sad when I saw one of the pictures, earlier, but make sure you tell me which one. And then one thing that I would want you to think about if you had to move somewhere and start all over again and have nothing, what is one kind of artwork that you would want? It's okay if you tell me something that seems almost silly like SpongeBob, but I want to know from you, what is the one artwork, or what kind of artwork would you really want? So as I want you guys to start thinking about what we can be doing for other people. All right? Thank you guys.